Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
This is Apothecary Diaries Season 1, Episode 21. Leave a like, subscribe. Check out Patreon right now to see uncuts for whatever we have. Check out Patreon. You know the drill. Let's frickin' go. Like the video.
Or else.
わざわざジョーちゃんがやらなくても他に頼めば
他に薬をすり替えられたらどうしましょうか。宮廷の医局では運だったことで厳級の罰を受けた医官もいるそうです。
Just a pay cut for an attempted assassin, for being part of an attempted assassination on Jinshi.
やっと一段落。やっぱ疲れた時は甘いものだね。
タンポンボンだよな。この季節には手に入らないさつまいももそうだが、当たり前のように紙を皿に。
That's crazy.
ますね。
お、わかるかい？
Are you okay?
I feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
御用達なんだよ。すごいだよ。
すごいですね。知り合い価格で安くしてもらえないだろうか。
昔は作れば作るほど儲けられた。他国にもどんどん輸出して、子供の頃は好きなお菓子を何でも買ってもらったな。
Yes, I can see that.
でも先手の母君が木の伐採を禁じてからはうまくいかなくなってしまってね。違う素材で作り始めたら僕たち家族は責められたものだよ。吐き出つものがなくて姉さんが高級に行っちゃって妹まで行くなんて言いに私がここへ来たんだ。なり手が少ない宦官の方が高く売れたんだよ。
Wow.
姉さんとは会津じまいだけどね。
Damn.
思ったより苦労してんだね。
Yeah, no shit. That's a rough life.
Yeah. She's getting bought out.
妹から手紙でうちの髪が御用達でなくなるかもしれない。
これは確かに宮廷に下ろせる質じゃないな。御用達ってつくとつかないとでは売り上げが大きく変わる。
せっかくもっとたくさん紙を作れるようになるって言っていたのに。
たくさん作るというと手間を省く
ことするわけないよ。力仕事を牛に任せるようになったんだ。材料も工程も昔から。
これでは掃除どころじゃないな。そこらの店に出回っている粗悪品と違う。繊維も均等に砕かれていて爪にムラがない。問題は表面の毛羽立ちと
Weak.
強度か。
Super
昔ながら
brittle.
の工程とは
普通の紙作りと一緒だよ。材料を砕く方法と海苔作りにこだわってて。あ、言えないよ。
She's like, I don't care about paper.
なんかもこだわっているんですか？
ああ、海苔が適度に固まるように湧き水を。
Hang on one second.
What?
湿度を調整するためだけど。
Are his eyes like a vague purple? They are. Do you think he's maybe related to Ado? And that's his older sister that went to the palace?
Yeah, but she was raised with the emperor since she was born.
Maybe the dowager?
Maybe?
Because he doesn't get to see her.
Maybe? Unless she got kicked out or something happened to her. Because he doesn't get to see her, so she must not be around.
He didn't say that. He just said that he never got to see her because of his job. This is only going off of, by the way, his eyes and this new story and the fact that it's probably going to be connected to somebody else. He said that the previous emperor's mother, so the current emperor's grandmother, outlawed paper or cutting of trees. Yeah. And then he had to come here, basically give up his manhood so his family wouldn't go bankrupt. And his sister had to come to the rear palace. So she could just be a random person.
Oh, yeah, I guess she could be a servant.
Yeah, she could just be a random servant somewhere. But the fact that he doesn't see her, to me, means that maybe they are more... Because, like, you know, he's the doctor of the rear palace. Or at least one of them, probably the main one, that at least deals with the main concubines.
Yeah.
But he probably deals with a lot of different things. And he, yeah, I don't know. And he doesn't get to see her, which means either she's like working. I mean, if she came to the Rear Palace and he didn't get to see her, he's the doctor of the Rear Palace. So maybe it is the Dowager. I don't know.
Maybe.
Which would make him the Emperor's uncle. But I doubt, I guess he's a eunuch. I don't know. It seems like low status for the Emperor's uncle, but it doesn't seem, I mean, it's not that low status. You're still, you know.
You're still a pretty good doctor.
This is a lot of conjecture based on his eye color and this new story, though.
The oxen drinking the water and their dirty spit's getting in there.
What? How do you know that?
She's cooking. Let her cook.
Yeah, are they eating the rice flour? Or eating the rice water? Or the wheat flour, yeah. The spit? It's reacting with the spit. Like you said.
Like I said, I'm a genius.
Is it maybe the bacteria? Like loosening up the bonds of the flour, maybe? Happens really fast. The pH, maybe?
She's like, I'm laying it all out there for. She's like, he's a. Surprised you're even still in business. What would he have done if she didn't come back here?
Speaking of that, what we were just talking about, with how like incompetent he seemingly is, that would make sense if he was related to the monarchy somehow. That he's able to keep his position without, you know, being like more. Because the guy who previously had his position was Maomao's dad, and he was incredible. Like he was top tier. Whereas this guy has this position, and he's not seemingly as good. Not terrible, right?
Yeah.
He knows enough, but like, you know, it would make sense maybe.
Uh-oh.
Lihaku. I want to buy your sister. Give me the max. I need to make a goal. She can make a lot.
She's been making a lot. You're not gonna like it.
Bidding war. Oh, while her mom. Invincible warlord. What? Excuse me?
So cute.
Oh.
Sad.
But that's not. I didn't ask about that. Who asked Maomao? She's deciding if he would be a good fit for her.
愛すべきバカなところもある。何よりは絶倫だ。受け先としては悪くない。
Yeah, if you can afford it.
お給金はいくらもらっていますか？
I'm trying to make a deal. She can put in a good word.
では1200。
No.
年に銀1000枚といったところか。足りません。直近で1万は欲しいところです。
And I don't think she's gonna be on the market for 10 more years.
You're gonna have to take out a loan.
仮に1万集めてきたとしてそれで身請けができる
可能性ですか？仕方ないね。リハク様、服を脱いでいただけますか？
Wait a minute. Male courtesan? He's gonna sell himself for 10k silver. Powerful.
Jinshi walks in here. Could you imagine?
パイリン姉ちゃんは何でも食べる悪事、それなりに好みというものもある。これはなかなか。
Oh my god.
He is built.
It's a little bit offensive how muscular he is.
では最後の1枚も脱いでください。あ。
At this rate, Jinshi's gonna buy her out for him just to keep
Get
him
him out of
away
there.
from Maomao.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be like, 10,000 silver? Get the fuck out of here.
I bet he will.
It was a medical concern.
She was like, just
How
tell
attractive he
him.
was. Yeah, oh my god.
Just explain yourself properly. Why are you being so dumb?
一番大切な部分を確認して、今後どう姉ちゃんに訴えかけようか考えていたのだが。
それで、あの男の見た目はどうだったんだ？
実に金星の取れた肉体でした。
I don't know if I'd say it was well balanced. It was a bit ridiculous.
真面目な方の中でもかなり腕が立つ方ではないでしょうか。
お前は人の体つきでどんな人間かわかるのか？
体に如実に現れます。薬屋をやっていると自分のことを書くので嫌でも得得します。
Yes, I think it's extremely. I think your build is quite strange for a eunuch.
You're just getting that now?
自分の方が綺麗なところにしたいなんて。美しい体なのは知っている。実際意外なほど引き締まっていたし。でも。ジンシ様の体を見たところで何の意味もありません。
You didn't mention anything about your sister.
Yeah. He's like
パイリンが身請けされてしまうかもしれない。しかし今の自分には何もできない。パイリン。
I hope he ends up with Pairin. He loves her a lot. Oh. Oh.
名は確か人士だったか。皇帝のお手つきとも噂されているが。うちの次女が世話になったね。いえ、それほどって。君は今、意中の相手がいるようだね。もしかしてあの娘、話したのか？
Yes.
笑いかけてくるのか？一番と言われる疑問の地。お前めでたく地位について、議女の身請けなど笑い話に過ぎないだろう。
コケにするのはいい。だがバカにするのであれば話は別だ。もし彼女を
He's such a good guy.
身請け金を私が肩代わりすると言ったらどう？
For what? Just to stay away from Mao Mao? Because that's not going to happen.
Or because Mao Mao maybe said that that's what would make her sister happier than those other guys that are trying to buy her out.
お言葉は嬉しいのですが、知らずの間にいきなりそんなことを言ってもよろしいの？うちの猫はかなり警戒心が強いのだよ。相談を受け、なおかつ姉に等しい人間の伴侶としてなどと考えている。つまり用心深い猫が懐くのならそれだけで信用できると。何かまずいことを言ったか。話をいくつか周りから聞かせてもらった。何のことはいえ、都で武官になるというのは苦労が。
He climbed pretty quick.
聞けば、目利きの軍師殿に見出されて隊を任された。はい。
By lock-on?
表向きは小隊長が辞めたことによる繰り上げのはずなのに。有望な官と仲良くなっておきたいというのは誰もが思うことだろう。
That's a huge favor.
Yeah.
その半分、いや、そのまた半分でもいい。自分のことを買ってくれているのは正直嬉しいですし、申し出にも喉から手が出てしまいそうになります。ここで銀を受け取るわけにはいきません。あなたにとっては義女の一人かもしれないが、ではたった一人の女なのです。妻として迎えたい女は、自分で稼いだ金で受けずして、それで男と言えましょうか。
She's so wholesome.
なるほど。それは失礼した。今後あるかもしれないが、よろしいかな。
I think his respect for him just went up big time. And also his trustworthiness. That the only woman in his world is Pairin.
心配なかったな。
You just turned down all that money.
とりあえず次の修練でちっとばかしいいところを見せてやるか。
I get a
そ
raise.
れとも仕事を増やしてもらうか。いや、よし。いつ会えるかもわからない女に文を送ろう。ただ一方的に迎えに行くのではなく、彼女の意思を聞こう。社交辞令でもいい。それを信じて日々の糧にするのだ。
How nice.
自分の信じた道進むだけだ。
Unless somebody else buys her first.
Yeah. I mean, she can refuse.
Mm.
パイリン姉ちゃんに気に入られさえすれば入家金は銀1万も必要ない。あとは運次第。あの人が来て入家の話をしていたから、それでカメロが勘違いしたのだと思う。あの人。
Oh boy.
Oh, this guy.
始まりますよ。青い装備。何ですか？
Dried up blue roses.
They were always her favorite. Blue roses. Blah, blah, blah. Lock on this son of a bitch. What did he say when talking to Jinshi? About... The official story was that a prior squad leader retired. And was simply pushed up. Okay. I thought it was maybe setting up for a second. I thought that was maybe setting up that Conan, the officer that Jinshi really liked, who was assassinated with salt, died, and then he got like pushed up to fill like a lower spot beneath him. but I don't think that's what was being set up.
It was that he was like picked to like.
He was just
He was really good, so he got like picked to go into a position that like.
But it wasn't because he was like some war hero or something and like shot up above his station. It's that he was at the right place at the right time and performed well and stuff. Like he is good, but yeah.
It's cute.
It's very cute.
It's wholesome. It's nice. It's really cute.
Also that Maomao, like that she was a wet nurse for Maomao. You know?
It was very, yeah. It's like her big sister, but kind of her mom too.
I like that they turned that around because, like, you know, it's not just that she has big boobs from like a anime thing. It's that there's again, it's like it like a lot of the sexual stuff in the show. It has a purpose in the story, you know, or it has a sort of a place in it that's beyond just, you know, whatever. I like that. Anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
It's just I just like that she's like taken enough care to like, okay, let me inspect this guy.
Yeah.
And she obviously knows that he's a good guy, like in terms of like personality and like, you know, dedication to his work and stuff. So she's like, yeah, you know, I think she would like him. So, you know, it doesn't. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think that she like makes enough money for the place that it's just like she could just, you know. She can
kind of just choose. And
yeah. It's just very nice, very wholesome. I really like it. And I like Jinshi just coming in being all like super like freaked out and like mad, and then it's just like, oh,
it's like, this is the only woman for me. Oh, okay, never mind.
Well, I like how, because he finds that Maomao has no interest, and he's like, I need to make sure that this isn't like a one-sided thing.
So funny. So good. And then this guy.
Yeah.
Time talking about him at the beginning. Was that just a little vignette about paper? You know, was that it? Or I feel like that's going to come back.
Come back around. That's something about, there's going to be either be something involved with like paper that's going to come back around from that, or we are going to meet his sister, or we're going to learn more about like, I feel like it's going to come back around, but like maybe in a more subtle way, or maybe not for a little while. Like it's towards the end of the season, so it might just be setting up for something next time, or like or just maybe this guy's gonna play a bigger part in season 2 and like later on in the source material, so it's like, you know, it's starting to like make him more of an actual person instead of just like a bumbling fool that is a doctor, you know, because up until this point he hasn't been particularly useful. I mean, like he's fine, but like he's not, you know, yeah.
It's just that like that didn't really, I don't know what to take from it. Like what part of it is it about, you know, was the paper and the whole apothecary aspect of it, of her like the saliva and how it mixes with the pulp and the glue and stuff. Is that you know, what we're supposed to take from it, like the composition of the paper, and that will be like the paper is weak or something. Like, is that going to come into play, or is it just a way for her to connect with? Is that just a way for her to connect with this guy, and this guy, his family, is going to be more important, or is he going to come and like vouch for her because she helped him out or something? You know, I feel like that's probably more likely, and just the chemical aspect of this, where she, you know, uses her apothecary shit to solve a problem, is a doorway to the character.
And maybe if she, for some reason, ever needed some sort of, like, weird thing that she, like, wasn't supposed to have or something, maybe he would know about it and be able to get it because she helped out and, like, saved his family.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very nice episode.
Very nice.
Very wholesome.
His family must have been really rich. I feel like what they're setting up, because I feel like what maybe might be the connecting thread is that the previous emperor's mom said no more cutting trees, and it like completely destroyed their business. Their business, by the way, which exported to other countries, so it was a huge business for the time, a gigantic industry at the time.
If you're supplying the emperor's palace as well as shipping to other countries,
that's what makes me think like, that the dowager is his sister. Is if they're that rich or that big of a like purveyors, you know, like that's what makes it possible. Yeah, that's what I feel like makes it possible that that's the connection.
But I guess
if not that, what I'm never mind. Finish what you're saying.
Sorry. I guess my thing would be we know that the dowager.
I mean, he could be 40. she's an older sister. Like the age is we don't have to do crazy math about it. He's 35, and she probably I think she had the emperor when she was like 10. So if he's
I guess true.
So anyway, so they're they didn't say exactly what the status of his family was, but they laid a bunch of clues of like, he's like, a treat is great when you're working hard or whatever for a break or whatever it is. And then she's like, oh, these are out of season. This is like a really nice treat. And he's used to this kind of thing. So like that's another detail that's and he's using paper for a plate. That's like a really expensive way to use paper. So they're putting all these things of like artifacts of the level that his family was at, that they're shipping internationally. They're purveyor for the palace and for the emperor's place, and they ship internationally, and he's used to all these like more fine foods, and he's a bumbling idiot at his job who can't even put together when Maomao's like leading him by the nose to a conclusion. So he's bumbling, and he's not that good at his job. He became a eunuch as a result of the fucking empress at the time cutting his family's business in half, or down to size, like down to a fraction of what it was. That was probably a bill that was passed just to fuck up his family and get rid of their one male heir, and give their eldest daughter to be in the rear palace. So, the empress puts this bill forward. This gigantic, super powerful family loses their two oldest children. One of them's a male. Male becomes a fucking eunuch and a doctor and is bad at his job and just works in the rear palace under the nose of the rulers. So, that sounds like it could have been a on purpose move to fuck up over this entire family. For what reason? That maybe is tied to some lore with the previous emperor, with his mom, the circumstances that led to the current emperor, maybe positioning himself to take power from his parents and doing all this shit, doing a baby swap, with Jinshi. You see what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that the emperor has done politically, it seems like, that are like moves. And then we learn about all this stuff with this guy, and maybe it's just that. Also, so maybe maybe this whole story is building up for like a reveal about what the current emperor did to like take power for himself from this like shitty, from his shitty family. Or it's just more. Also, it could just more simply be underscoring the absolute power that these people have over like regular people, like how when Maomao was, and I think it is doing this, but it may have a broader story implication, but I think it is doing this on top of whatever else is going on with him. Just like when Maomao was talking to Jinshi and saying like, when you kill me, do it with poison, because if I fuck up, if I'm of common birth, I'm all this shit. So I think it maybe is setting up, I think it probably is setting up something with, because they specifically mention the noble or the royal family in his whole story. I think it's likely setting up for something with him in connection to that, some lore that feeds into events that happen or events that connect to what's going on now some way. But even if it doesn't, it is attaching, weight to the continuum of actions of the previous people in the royal family. The emperor's grandmother, emperor's father, and now the emperor, who is seemingly different, and Jinshi. All that kind of thing. I think it's building out all that type of shit at the very least, but it could be connecting to more specific events that might actually impact like his family or who he's related to might impact things. But we'll see. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Leave a like and subscribe. See you next time, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.